Hi, and welcome to this last lesson and last chapter in this module and in this course. And this shall be a kind of special topic, and this is for people who really need the extra push of motivation. You know, some of you might go through this course and think about, okay, it's great, but I still don't think if I can make it into management consulting. Okay, I don't know where you come from, I don't know what your background is, but maybe some of you say, I'm still not sure if I can make it despite, choosing the right firm, despite preparing for the career, and despite developing the right strategy. And this lecture is for all of you who need this kind of extra push of motivation. Because you see, I myself was in a situation where I didn't believe that I could do it, okay? I told the story many times before. When I was a musician, it was very hard for me, to believe that I could achieve all of my goals and, become a strategy consultant one day. So it was very hard to believe for myself. Fortunately, at that time, I started reading, and I also like to read biographies, okay? And one biography that really impressed me was the biography of Arnold Schwarzenegger. The reason is because, there are only few people who become world-class in one certain profession. But there are only even fewer people who become world-class in several professions. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is certainly one of those people. Because you see, he became world-class in bodybuilding by, I don't know how many times he won the Mr. Olympia, so Mr. Universe, so very, very successful, still an icon. He then became very successful in a second profession, and this was in acting. So he became the highest paid actor at that time. I think it was in the 80s. And after that, he became very successful in another career in politics by becoming governor of California. So he made it somehow to become world-class in 3 different professions. So basically, if you think that, or if you think about a person that knows about how to become successful, Arnold Schwarzenegger is certainly a person that knows how to do it. And when I read the biography of Arnold, I came across 4 rules that really impacted me back then. And he said, okay, in order to be successful, you basically have to follow 4 rules. And the first one is that you have a clear vision. The second one is that you think big. The third one is that you work your ass off. And the fourth is that you don't listen to the naysayers. And those 4 rules, they really stuck with me. And I tried to apply them for myself. I said, okay, rule number 1, have a clear vision. So I really tried to visualize me as a consultant, okay? So I said, okay, it still seems to be unbelievable and undoable, but nevertheless, I tried to develop this clear vision. I tried to picture myself, working in my dream job, working as a successful consultant, and I really tried to create this image in my head. I also followed the second rule, so think big. Of course, I could have said, okay, strategy consulting, that might be too tough for me. Okay, maybe I go a different route and, join a different sector. But, I said, okay, thinking big, why not? So if I join consulting, and why not the strategy sector, and why not, joining the very, very large firms and, really try to play with the top players. So I applied that as well. Then the third rule, work your ass off. And I can certainly say I did that, okay? So I did my 2 studies, a music bachelor and business bachelor. I had, tons of interns, working student jobs. I was in the student clubs, and I really, really developed a very, very strong work ethic that helped me, to achieve my goal. I also have to mention that I didn't only work hard for like 1 year or 2 years. It was like for 4 or 5 years, okay, in a row. And then rule number 4, don't listen to the naysayers. Also important. I mean, you can imagine that all of my music friends said, okay, Johannes, you joining consulting, that's impossible. Also, my family said, why do you do that? Okay, you never wanted that. That's, not your world. You cannot do it. Also, my friends back then said, okay, Johannes, how will you ever do that? It's impossible. Okay, but I try not to listen and really try to focus on my goal. Why I am telling you this? I'm telling you this because if you are in a situation where you are still unsure if you can do it, if you can make it in management consulting, I can assure you that if you apply those 4 rules and if you apply everything that I just talked about in this course, that you will do it. Okay, you can do it, and the only person who really decides if you achieve your goal or not is yourself. Okay, and that's why I also want to talk about Arnold's 4 rules. Okay, just to repeat, rule number 1 is to have a clear vision. So think about, okay, what you want to achieve, and really try to picture yourself. Okay, so maybe you can create some powerful images. Maybe it's you signing the contract of your offer. Maybe it's you doing a great presentation in front of the client. So really try to visualize yourself. Okay, the second tip is think big, and this means follow your dream. Okay, if your goal is to work for McKinsey, then this should be your goal. Okay, if your goal is to work for the Big Four, this should be your goal. So don't limit yourself by just some limiting thoughts and doubts that you have about yourself. So really try to think big and shoot for the stars. Okay, because it's possible. Third, work your ass off. Okay, and this is very important. Even if it seems impossible, it is doable, but you have to put in your work. Okay, and this is really the time where you have to develop a strong work ethic, and this is also a good preparation for your entire consulting career, because this is probably a quite above the average work intensive industry. So developing a strong work ethic and really working your ass off and being willing to put in your work, not only for 1 year, but maybe a couple of years. This is really crucial, but will also help you to achieve your goal. Okay. And then the fourth one, if you have people surrounding you who say that you can't do it, or say, I don't believe that you can do it, and just don't listen to them. Okay. Try to spend less time with them. Don't listen to them, because the only person who can decide if you achieve your goal or not is yourself. So with that being said, I hope this brought value to you. I wish you the best of luck for your consulting career. Of course, I hope that I will see you in the Discord group where we have some communication. And if you have any success stories or learnings to share, then please do so. Also, if you have any questions, then you can write us on Discord. And with that being said, I wish you the best for your consulting career, and see you.